everyone, hope you are all doing well. This is Rena. Welcome to the Mama Elephant April release. Remember, the release drops on April 15th. Also, make sure to leave a comment below. Mama Elephant will be selecting a random comment from the 4 videos of this April release to win a stamp set. Koala Hugs is illustrated by Ada Zamora, and I love her images. How can you pick a favorite? But my favorite is the second image. I love that little baby hanging on the koala's back. It's so cute. It reminds me of my little dog Hazel. I'm also really digging the little safari hats, and I colored in 2 of them, but I wish I had given all of my koalas hats. They're so cute. Here's a look at the coordinating dies for Koala Hugs. Next up is a fun creative cuts die. This is comic cover Wonky. It is a 2 size and will cover a card front. I'll be coloring in the images today using Copic Markers, and for this coloring I'm using the W markers. Those are the warm grays, and I'm using W1 and W3 for the main body and the fur, and then for the nose and sometimes the pads of the feet I'm using W5 and W7, and for the little insides of the ears I'm using R20. I'm also using R24, the little blush on the cheeks. I love these koalas. They were super fun to color. I think this would also look good colored in the E70s, like E70, E71, E74, and like the E77s. That's a very, I would say, a cool tone brown color, and those colors are also easy to blend, so that's why I like using the E70s as well. I will be listing the Copic marker colors I used down below. I think koalas are super cute, but I have a koala story for a koala I did not like. So I play the video game Animal Crossing, and in this game you have an island, and in the island you can have villagers live on the island, and there's like different animal groups. Like there's obviously koalas, like octopuses, bear cubs are my favorite, like eagles, like different animals. And I didn't know how to play the game in the beginning, so I just took whatever villager the game gave me. I didn't know you could be selective until later. So I had this villager called Ozzy who was a koala, and we never vibed. There was just something about Ozzy I didn't like. I don't know what it was, and I wasn't really familiar with the game at the time, and I made a mistake. I was trying to vibe with Ozzy by giving Ozzy a beautiful dress that cost a lot of money in the game, and it's like he didn't like it because at the time I didn't know Ozzy was a boy, and then I gave an outfit that he didn't like, and I don't know, it was like we just never like recovered from that. and then I finally got to kick him out, and I was like happy, but like we were not vibing since the beginning of the game, so that's the only koala I didn't like. So the comic cover Wonky die has different panels. I'm going to use one of the panels to stamp out my sentiment, and this stamp set does come with different sentiments, so I'm going to choose the Peace, Love, and Koala Hugs. I think that's perfect, and it fits perfectly inside that panel as well. I wanted to make a shaker card with this die, and typically when it's like really thin and hard to put double-sided foam adhesive, I like to cut out several of the die and stack them up to create my shaker well. So I always like to use like scraps or, paper I'm not using or paper that I made mistakes on, because you won't be seeing this part. So I'm stacking it up, and I'm just making it the thickness that I need. I don't recall how many layers I used here, but I paid attention to how thick it was and how much shaker filler that I wanted to put inside. So I just kept going until I had the thickness that I wanted. It looks like I have like 6 here, but it just depends on, the thickness of the paper that you use and how much you want to fill it. So once I'm happy with the thickness of that, I'm going to adhere it to like a card front, and that will be the back of the shaker. Now that I've created my shaker well and backer, I'm going to fill in those areas with my shaker filler, and I'm just really into green right now. I'm not sure why. Maybe because it's spring and it's just like a happy color, and I don't know, I'm just really into green for some reason. So I'm putting some big ones, some little ones, some different shades of green. These are just sequins that I had in my stash, and then some of them are blue-green. And then I'm also going to add some bigger stars that I've had in my stash like for so long. And then I always like to add tiny stars, and I'm doing these in silver. And I'm just being really generous with my filler because I have tons of sequins and I'm never gonna run out. So now that I'm happy with the shaker filler, I'm going to take my acetate, and then we will cover that right up to seal that shaker filler in. Now that the acetate is on, I will adhere like the real front that I want, and I just cut out a piece of colored cardstock. I think this is like an aqua color. We're going to take that sentiment that we stamped out earlier, and we're going to just kind of place it in front of where it's supposed to be, in front of the acetate. So now we're going to take the images that we just colored. I did cut them out with the coordinating dies, and then we're just going to place them each in its own little window. I love that some of them come with little tree branches and stuff, so you can kind of mix up your scene. I really love this one here with him sleeping on the branch. I think that's so super cute. And then I'm going to add the last 2 at the bottom, and I added a little hat to that first one, and I love that little explorer hat so much that I cut an extra one out, so that last little koala also has a safari hat as well. And the stamp set also comes with the balloon. I colored it in green. I just wanted this card to be somewhat monochromatic, so I colored that in green as well, and I have that near the sentiment. And here is my cute little safari hat. I don't know why I'm so in love with them. I don't know, I just like the little koalas wearing the safari hats. So I did adhere that to a card base, and I'm calling that card done. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to leave a comment. Mama Elephant will be selecting a random comment from the videos for the April release, April 11th through 14th, for a chance to win a stamp set. I hope you guys join me tomorrow. We're going to have some more koala fun. Stay safe and happy crafting. I'll see you guys then. Bye.